Hoosiers are already well aware of Riverlink tolls on the bridges from Louisville to Indiana, and more of these are being considered throughout the state to make up for a $1 billion shortfall in funding for roads. You would be hard-pressed
stay away from the tolls.
to find anyone
You gotta go easy on us, no tolls.
asking for more tolls.
Oh, it's just another expense. It's another bill you gotta pay on top of everything else.
But unfortunately for Hoosiers and anyone driving through Indiana, more tolls could begin appearing across the state.
Our shortfall at the state level is going to be about $1 billion short.
Jeffersonville State Rep Wendy Dant-Chesser just voted yes on a bill that passed the House aimed at combating that shortfall. Among other things, the measure would allow the Indiana Department of Transportation to ask the federal government for permission to add tolls on interstates.
I have yet to come across a single person in Indiana or any other state that asks to pay more for using roads. The question, though, is when we have those complaints about construction or lack of construction, potholes, congestion, we have to address that as well.
Hoosiers faced a similar issue years ago, and lawmakers passed a bill in 2017 that gave the governor the power to ask for tolls. But that hasn't happened. This year's bill would make it easier to toll interstates, removing a requirement that the first toll lanes must be 75 miles from current tolls. In theory, at least, that means roads in our area, like I-65 and I-64, could be on the table for more tolls.
To have that and then say, oh, we're out of money again, I think we need to look and see more closely where the money is, how it's being spent, and how the projects are determined before we say tolling's our only option.
Gary Langston is the president of the Indiana Motor Truck Association and says he'd be surprised if any decisions on the future of tolling come from this session.
I think this is more a focus on analyzing and putting tools in place if that's what is determined necessary.
Like it or not, more tolls could be on the table, and the money has to come from somewhere.
This day and time, whatever they need to do it.
We reached out to Governor Mike Braun about the possibility of adding tolls, especially here in our area, but haven't heard back yet. This bill still needs to pass the Senate, and I'm told that's unlikely without some changes. Dalton Godby, WDRB News.